once said that if you don't know where you come from, you won't know where you're going. And so today I'm going to take just a few minutes to tell you about where I come from, about the people I come from, and they're all in Taylorsville. I grew up in Taylorsville. My father did, my grandfather did, my great-grandfather did, and my great-great-grandfathers and grandmothers were original settlers in Taylorsville. So let me take a few minutes and just tell you about some of their stories. As we walk up the stairs, I want you to notice pictures of one of our original school principals. There is a husband and wife who were the first children in the Taylorsville area. And when we get right at the top, I'll tell you about my great-grandfather. One of the original administrators in Granite District and of the Plymouth School that you see here. He never married, and when he passed away, he left his money to the school so that they could buy musical instruments, and all of the children learned how to play piano and several kinds of musical instruments. This gentleman at the top of the stairs is George Spencer. He came to the Valley with his mother, and he is my great-grandfather. He was a state legislator. He was a school teacher. When he passed away, he was on the top of a haystack, loading hay, and a bolt of lightning hit him. As we walk up the hallway, please take time to look at the pictures of some of the original families and their homes, and then we will go into the children's room. This area was one of the bedrooms. So with 9 children, we have 4 bedrooms up here, one for mom and dad, and then 3 children were in each of the rooms, so 3 children together. I just want to share with you a couple of toys that the kids used to play with when they were young. This one's called a top. I remember playing with this one for hours and hours when I was a little girl. Isn't that fun? One of my favorite toys that we share with the children, and I even tell you just a little bit about how you can make it, but this is called a Jacob's ladder. As I mentioned when I showed you the gentleman at the top of the stairs, the state legislator who came across the plains with his mother, she was my great-great-grandmother, Eliza Smith Spencer Harker. She married, as a second wife, the original settler of Taylorsville, Joseph Harker. One of the things that she and her parents brought across the plains was this chest of drawers. And I grew up with this chest of drawers in my house. There were 2 of them. And my sister got this one, and then she donated it to the museum. So it's one of our treasured pieces of the original pioneers, settlers. One of the fun things in Mom and Dad's room, well, it's fun for me to tell about, but is this potty chair. And this beautiful porcelain pot would go under the chair. So there's a little hole in it. You know, we didn't have bathrooms in the houses in the early days, and so at nighttime this would be a place where Mom and Dad or even the children could use as a potty chair. So the interesting thing about the potty and the potty chair is that the children had the job every morning of emptying the potty. Don't you think that would be fun? Maybe not. This is one of my favorite rooms in the house. Here we collect all of the histories of people from days gone by in Taylorsville. We have computers here where we scan all of the information, we scan pictures. We work really hard here to keep a good collection of the history of Taylorsville. If you remember anything from today's virtual tour of the museum, I want you to remember how important it is to keep records of people we love. That's what we do at the museum. That's what we do in this room. I'm going to tell you a quick story about my 2 great-great-grandmothers. Early in Taylorsville, the 1860s, there was a women's organization, and my great-great-grandmother Pixton was the first president of that organization. Their purpose was to help people in the community. They would deliver babies, they would make clothes, they would provide food, and just help everyone in the community. The second president of that organization was also my great-great-grandmother. Those 2 sisters had a little bit of falling out. You know how we do that sometimes as family members? They had a little bit of a fight. When they decided it was important to be friends again, and Eliza Spencer remained as the president of the organization, went on for 17 years, the two women talked to the group of ladies and told them the innermost important things of their heart. If that had not been written down, I would not have known about my great-great-grandmothers and the important things that they did. We have that history written down here in the museum for all to read and all to see.